I have got an aerial yoga class that's meant to strengthen our whole body. We'll be playing with tabletop and plank in a number of ways with our silk, and we'll also be getting into some bigger heart-opening poses like a camel pose and an upward-facing dog using our silk. We'll end with, of course, everyone's favorite shavasana inside your hammock. Go ahead, grab your mat, roll it out. Let's get started. I've got the hammock right at about my hip height when I actively press down into it. When I open it up to about hip distance, it's touching right about my belly button. We're gonna come down to our hands and knees though and begin here. Let's take our prayer to the center of the silk. Open the knees if that feels good, or keep them together. Lean forward into a small child's pose. Take a moment here, push down into the pinky fingers. Pull the belly button in, wrap the ribs towards one another, and just sink, a little melt. Take a nice big inhale, big breath out. And from here, tuck your tail, roll yourself all the way up to a nice tall seat. Take a breath. Dip your chin to chest, slowly roll, lengthen, reach out nice and far away. Take a big breath. Tip the tail, roll yourself all the way up to a nice tall seat. One more time, chin to chest, slowly roll down, lengthen and stretch. Big deep inhale. Great big sigh out. Now this time, roll yourself up, pause, bring the knees together, hold the hammock with just your right hand, and find a tabletop. Actively push down into the silk, broaden across the chest, reach long from your your right hip through your side body out to your fingertips. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, circle your hand back behind your hip. Inhale, drag it forward. Exhale, circle the hand back. Inhale, bring it forward. I'm keeping my palm facing the floor the entire time I'm here. Last time, circle it back, bring it forward, pause, and extend your left foot behind you. Tuck the toes. Find a little stretch there through the back of the calf. It's the opposite foot of hand that's up in the hammock. So my right hand's in the hammock, my left foot is out. Bring both knees back to the ground and sink your hips to the earth. Tuck your chin to your chest, roll yourself up to a seat, catch the hammock with your opposite hand. Find your tabletop in the side, navel in, grow long from the hip, through the body, out the fingers. Exhale, circle the hand back. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, circle the hand back. Inhale, bring it forward. Once or twice more, waking up the body just a little bit more. And then as you feel ready, take the hand forward, extend your opposite foot. For me, that's my right leg, and I push the heel back, getting a tiny little stretch there through the back of my calf. Bring the knees back to the ground, sink the hips down, tuck your chin to your chest, roll yourself up to a nice tall seat. Again, right hand in, left hand down, pause, navel in, chest open. Take your left foot away, stabilize, squeeze your thigh butt connection point, lift the foot and point your toe. Take a full big inhale, big breath out, another big inhale, big breath out. Flex the foot, set it on the floor. Take a nice big breath, pull the knee in, sink the hips back, immediately roll yourself up, left hand in, right hand to the floor. Take your right foot away, squeeze your thigh butt connection point, lift the foot up. Toe can be pointed, flexed, or soft. Your choice. Full big inhale, big sigh out, another big inhale, big sigh out. As you feel even, set the knee down, sink back, roll yourself up. One more time, right hand in, left hand to the ground. This time, immediately take the left leg up. From here, great big inhale. Exhale, curl your knee to nose. Inhale, straighten and lengthen. Exhale, curl the knee to nose. Inhale, straighten and lengthen. 3 more, exhale, curl in and out. 2 more, curl in and out. Last one in. reach out, pause, hold. If we want a little more challenge, you'll flex your foot, touch it to the floor, take a big inhale, and see if you can step up to your plank. Can we hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees slowly drop down. Find your child's pose. Roll yourself up to a seat. Left hand in, right hand out. Find your tabletop. Take the right foot away. Big inhale, exhale, curl the knee in, push it away. Exhale, curl the knee in, push it away. Think of it as an abdominal crunch as you pull the knee in and out at your own pace. This time, reach it out, pause. You can hold here, or as we did on the other side, touch the toe back to the floor, big breath, step up to your plank and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees down, sink yourself to the mat, drop the chin to chest, roll yourself up. Take your hands, bring them to a prayer underneath the hammock. Lift your prayer up, open the palms through the hammock, hold on to each side, and rise up to a little kneeling position. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart and chest a little bit higher. Not quite a back bend, but just that feeling of openness across our chest. Lightly tug on the hammock. From here, keep your abdominal muscles working hard. Push yourself forward into a little hovering tabletop, navel to spine. Grow long from the tip of your tail through your body out the top of your head. Take a big inhale. Sway your body to the right. Inhale, come back center. Sway your body to the left. Inhale, come back center, pause. Push down into the hammock, rise right back up. Shoulders down the back, squeeze your thigh butt connection point. This time, roll the chest back, look up to the sky. Big sigh out. Tone your tummy as you bring your spine back to its lovely long position, and then hinge from the hips again, finding your floating tabletop. Now, we're gonna try something. It might be a little challenging for our balance, and that's okay, but see if you can extend your left foot back. Belly button in, chest open. From here, can you point the toes? So it's like we've got a long diagonal line from our head, through our spine, down to the leg. See if you can squeeze your thigh butt connection point a little bit more. Take a big inhale. Just barely hover your foot away from the floor. Cinch the waist more. Use your abdominal muscles to hold there. Take a great big breath. Set the knee down. Take a moment to pause and then extend your opposite foot back, at first tucking the toe to find the balance. Think about wrapping the ribs towards one another, lifting the low belly up and in. As you feel ready, see if you can point the toe. Squeeze your thigh butt connection point even more. Shoulders down the back, spine so long and straight. Perhaps you pick it up. Full big inhale. Big sigh out. And then bring both knees back together. Take a pause, push down into the hammock, rise up. Beautiful job. Roll the shoulders back, lift your heart and chest up to the sky. Push your pubic bone gently forward. Squeeze your thigh butt connection point. Take a breath. Hinge from the hips. One more time, find that nice big hovering tabletop. Big inhale, sway to your right. Inhale, come back center, sway to your left. Inhale, come back center, and then sink down into your child's pose. Tuck your chin to your chest, tip the pelvis, roll yourself up, and we're gonna place our feet out in front of us. Keep holding on to the hammock. Now I've got my sitting bones directly underneath my rigging point, and I'm just going to lean back. Now we're in more of a Pilates C curve. That just means to pull the pubic bone up and in, to keep kind of a rounded feeling through your low back. Take a big inhale. See if you can pick up your right leg. Set it on the ground. Pick up your left leg. Set it on the ground. This time pick up the right leg. Hold. Can you take a big breath? Bring the left to meet the right. That might be harder than we anticipated. It's okay. Set your right foot down. Set the left foot down. Big inhale. Pick up the left leg. Another big breath. Pick up the right leg. Hold it there. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Take a full big inhale. Set both feet on the floor. A little different this time. Push into your feet. Lift your hips up. Find a reverse tabletop. We're not in a big back bend right now. I am squeezing my thigh butt connection point. I'm opening up across my chest. Take a breath. Set the hips down. Exhale, push yourself up. Inhale, set the hips down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. 2 more, lift up. Inhale, lower. Last one, lift up, pause. Can you straighten your legs? We're in a reverse plank. Open up across the chest, take a breath. From here, simply set the hips down. Open your legs about as wide as the mat, maybe a little bit wider, but we're not going for a giant straddle, and lean forward. Release any death grip in your fingers, give them a wiggle. Take a big inhale, little sway to the right. Come back center, little sway to the left. Come back center, tuck your tail, roll yourself up. Again, press your feet into the floor. This time, if we want a bit of a back bend, instead of just lifting into a reverse tabletop, I'll push down, lift up my hips, and then lift them up even higher and let my head fall back behind me. If that's feeling too much today, it's okay. Take a great big inhale. Big breath out. When you feel ready, realign the spine. Set the hips down. This time, take a cross-legged seat. Slide your hands to the middle of the fabric and push your chest forward. Great big inhale. A little stretch over to the right. Inhale, come back center. Little stretch over to the left. Come back center. Tuck your tail, roll yourself up to a nice tall seat. One last time, hold onto the hammock. Lean back into our Pilates C curve again. Tip the pubic bone up. Take a big inhale. I want you to push into your feet. Just barely hover your hips away. Pull yourself up and walk your toes back to standing. We'll bring ourselves underneath the rigging point again and hinge from the hips. Wiggle the fingers, fan them open, give them a moment to relax. Shoulders down the back, wrap the tummy in, big inhale. Twist to the right or stretch to the right. Come back center, big stretch to the left. Come back center, forward fold. Release the hands, find a true forward fold. Knees can be bent or straight. Relax the shoulders down the back. Now do bend the knees and slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. We'll put our backpack on. If you need to reposition where the hammock is, that's okay. Set yourself down into a little chair pose. Hands behind the head. Lean back. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, curl forward. One more time, lean back, pause. Let the elbows fall to the side. Take a big breath. Big sigh out. Gently look forward. Hold onto the hammock, poke the elbows towards one another, or at least poke them so they're reaching straight forward. Drop the hips a little lower. We're gonna bring one knee to the ground, and my knee's not actually gonna touch right now. Our proportions might be different, yours could. The top of my foot definitely is, and then I'm going to bring the other foot as well. It's like we're in a little floating camel pose almost. I'm gonna roll my shoulders back, puff my heart and chest up, and just take that nice big back bend. Now you don't have to keep holding on. You could take your forearms to the hammock and push the forearms in so you can lean back a little bit more. I'm thinking about pulling my inner thighs almost towards one another, just so I'm not winging them off to the side, but instead reaching the pubic bone further forward. The more I do so, the more I want to push into my feet and lean almost more into an upward facing dog. If it feels better to keep the knees bent so we're in that camel, that's awesome. Take a breath. Slowly let that go. Bring your feet to the mat, hands behind the head, straighten the legs, lean back. Find your nice big Tadasana pose. Full big inhale, a little stretch to the right. Inhale, come back center, big stretch to the left. Inhale, come back center, look forward, grab the hammock, drop your sitting bones down and flex the feet. Almost stick the tushy out behind you. Take a big twist to your right and see if you can cross your left leg over your right. I'm lightly pointing my toe, really reaching it behind me or kind of away from me. I'm gonna think about dropping the hips a little lower. Let's come back to center, let the hips hang, and then swivel to the opposite side, cross your right leg over your left and drop the hips a little lower. If this is enough, that's all we'll do, that's okay, but we can take it a little deeper. This time, I twist to the right, I cross my right leg over, that was my left leg, so sorry, and then I'm going to roll to my back. I'm pushing down into my feet just like I did a moment ago in our camel pose. And again, if you want to bring your forearms to the hammock, lean back, look up to the sky. When you feel ready, let that go. Grab the hammock, slowly unwind. Take the twist in the opposite direction, right leg over left. We can pause, we can continue to twist. My feet are off the mat, I'm not even with it anymore, that's okay. Press the forearms into the hammock, lean back, maybe look up to the sky to take it deeper if we so choose. And then slowly let that go. Roll to the back one more time. Take your feet to the floor, look up, pull yourself to standing. Take a step back, find a forward fold with the hammock at the crook of the elbows, letting the head hang. Wiggle the fingers. Maybe take a sway of your body side to side. And then eventually come back to center and pause. Take a big inhale. Bend the knees, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Let's open up our hammock and lie down. Give it a little sway, a little shake. Make sure there's lots of space there for you. Gather 2 or 3 handfuls, and then we'll turn around and we'll take a seat inside. Remember, you don't always have to be graceful as we do so, but I'll lay back and push the hammock nice and far open. Close the eyes if you feel comfortable, or keep them open if that helps us, if there's any motion sickness. Start by reaching long from the tip of your toes through your body out your fingers. Take a big inhale. Easy stretch to the right and left at your own pace. Just kind of sway the toes and the feet from one side to the other, opening up your lateral side body. And then eventually pause. Feel free to find whatever shape feels most comfortable for you, but from here, take a great big inhale. Easy sigh out. Another big inhale. Big sigh out. Are you trying to control any muscles, any joints? Can you relax the body a little more? Can you let yourself sink into the hammock? Just allow yourself to be held. Take one more final breath in. And as you exhale, start to find movement in your body. A little wiggle, a little stretch. Eventually releasing the feet from the hammock, taking your hands to the silk, pulling yourself up to a seat. Hands can relax wherever feels best. A little bow of your chin to your chest. And friends, as always, give yourself a pat on the back. Thank yourself for doing something so good and just for you. I certainly hope you enjoyed class. I cannot wait to see you again.